You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Third down, Bridgewater. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Bank.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. To throw is Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Jones has it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Tucker now. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Prescott looks to throw on first. He gets this with a Garcon. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They keep running these screens.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. It's caught by Garcon. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. The 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Kareem Hunt with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's... He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. They set up the screen for Henry. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Thank you.
Continuing to feel not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Prescott now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Stocker's got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Big blitz.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And caught by Henry. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Prescott.
I have people on the flat. Why are they still...
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play and a half, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott to throw it.
How did that guy catch that?
Parker complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds Parker here complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Okay.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That's what I was thinking most of the time. Oh my goodness, they didn't get the face.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
And
that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's Bridgewater. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. On first down, it's Hunt. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Clock. Probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Yes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kareem Hunt with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden,
is it your ball?
Everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going deep.
They lobbed one deep.
And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
Prescott goes underneath for Henry.
Ooh, Bobby Wagner. How did he not get the hit that fumble? Now he lost his X Factor. Nice.
The Bills on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 4th down, Prescott. It is incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, there's like...
And brought down, but
the
not
Jaguars
before
are like
inside the 25. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt.
Okay, my guy didn't even block it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak.
Yeah, the Lions pick.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Because they're 2 and 8.
Now it's Hunt.
Yes. Oh,
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
I want to get a touchdown.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. That's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this.
Line game. Wait.
Run it
Did
up.
you win your game?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their... And after the break, they pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home